Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and in today's episode we're going to talk about the Pramac Ducati team. Now, this is one of my favorite teams because, it has produced some really good riders over the past few years, and especially with Pecco Bagnaia, even Jack Miller, extremely good and talented riders. But even before that, they had really good riders, and it's the feeder team to the main Ducati factory team. So in 2021, Zarco started off really strong and really looked like he was going to be a title contender, but he kind of, tailed off, and it was like he was not interested in racing. Now, obviously he was, of course, but maybe the bike didn't suit him. But for me, it just seemed that, he was on a factory bike, but did he actually deserve to be on it? The performance, in my opinion, wasn't there, and he was very inconsistent. Might get up through the grid in some races, but then might have 3 or 4 bad races after that. And I think he was lucky to keep his ride this year, saying that there's not a lot that is there that could replace him. Bastianini is probably one of the ones that is coming, in my opinion. If Zarco has a bad year again this year, then I think Zarco will be booted out in favor of Bastianini. Now, the other rider in the frame here is Jorge Martin, and I think he is probably one of the ones that is going to go to the Ducati factory team in the next 2 years. Definitely, if Miller doesn't produce like he is supposed to, and look, he had a great season, or he had a good season last year, but I think he needs to be more consistent. But definitely Martin is hounding on the footsteps of the Ducati factory team, and I do think, if it's not Fabio Quartararo goes there next year, it could definitely be Jorge Martin. He's a really consistent rider, came back from a massive crash in Portugal, that was big, and it did scare him, but he put the head down, he got on with it, and he got the results. The team did win the Independence Cup for the World Championship, which is actually great, but they really do need to make sure that the riders are consistent. Zarco really needs to pull his socks up. I'm not a person that doesn't like Zarco, but I am someone that is straight out and say, look, if you're not performing, he is in a really hot seat. Maybe it's time to give it up. But look, let's wait and see what happens. I'd love to hear your thoughts on who you think of these two teammates. My money on this year is Jorge Martin to overcome Zarco and try and get that factory seat. So keen to know your thoughts. I hope you liked today's video, and if you want to see my face, there is 2 conditions. Either I get to 5,000 subscribers, or else I get to host on Keith Ewan's Crash.net podcast. So let's make it happen. If you want to see my face, thank you for watching. Until the next video, Mac out.